Hello, my name's Christopher Barnabas Townsend. Have you ever sat down, maybe with your friends, and made plans for the future? Could have been to organise a holiday or a trip somewhere, or even a special party for somebody special. Have you then been disappointed or upset when, because of things out of your control, it hasn't been able to happen? In the last year, a lot of people have had to change their plans, to postpone holidays because of the lockdown. Some may think the year has been wasted, as we've been locked down, told to stay home, etc., etc. Our church too has not been able to fellowship together much. We had plans to start up house churches, get these groups going, but these have had to be put on hold because of the restrictions in meeting together. We've had to find other ways, maybe like you're watching me today online, in keeping in touch with one another, making phone calls, texting one another, but not seeing each other face to face so much. So, with all this, has our Heavenly Father been caught off guard by this? Been wrong-footed by all this that's happening in the world? I don't think so. We used to sing a song expressing our desire to move forward and get Yahweh's work done. It goes, Yahweh, there's a call on our lives. We want to fulfill that call. We don't want to stand still. We don't want to fight your will, for the hour has come for us to move. And so it goes on. Just before the first lockdown last year, we received a word through our senior minister, instructing us to stop and wait on Yahweh, which we started doing as a group. And so I believe we were being prepared for a time of waiting. Maybe we have been required to stand still for a time and stop all those busy things we were doing and allow Yahweh to show us and allow him to show us what plans he has for us, as individuals and as a church. There are many examples in the scriptures where his chosen men and women have had to be patient and wait on his promises, or simply remain faithful until in Yahweh's own time he has revealed his plans for their lives. In other words, they have had to wait. I was thinking back when we read in the Bible of Abraham and Sarah. They were old in years, and Yahweh had promised them a son to carry on their line. But they had to wait until the perfect time for Isaac to be born. They struggled with this promise and tried to fulfill it in their own strength. But the child born to Sarah's handmaid was not the child of promise. But in Yahweh's own time, when yet Sarah was well past being able to have children, she gave birth to Isaac, who in turn had a son called Jacob, the founder of the nation of Israel. All this happened in Yahweh's perfect time. A little later, one of Jacob's sons, Joseph, was sold into slavery to a rich man in Egypt. Then, being wrongly accused, was thrown into prison. In time, Pharaoh's butler and baker joined him, being cast into the same prison, being out of favour with their master. But even when Joseph interpreted their dreams and the butler was pardoned, the butler forgot all about Joseph and what he had done in showing his plan for him. And Joseph had to wait 2 more years in that prison before it was Yahweh's time to use him. But when he did use him, he was used to save the lives of all the Egyptians and his father's family, and so the nation that was to be Israel. All in Yahweh's plan. The song I quoted from earlier goes on to say, "For I know you have a plan for each one of us." And I do believe that whatever we are destined to go through, He, our mighty provider, will give us the strength to be faithful and to trust the one who knows the end from the beginning. In closing, Jeremiah 29 verse 11, we read, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares Yahweh. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." These words were spoken to Israel when they were captives in Babylon, declaring they would return to the promised land. And again Yahweh brought this to pass. I am glad we are serving a mighty Creator, a Heavenly Father, who has everything in His control. Psalm 27 verse 14 declares, "Wait for Yahweh. Be strong and let your hearts show strength, and wait for Yahweh." So may Yahweh bless you, and I hope to see many of you shortly. I hope to see you in His plan. Until then, keep safe. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.